Hi, Leo. This is Tara, and welcome to your Tarot Astrology Forecast. And I so appreciate you joining me this month. This is going to be interesting. I'm calling it Psychic Burr. Because after the long summer, it's advantageous to relook or review, right? It's almost like a Mercury retrograde, but starting a new season. So, I'm feeling like a lot of people are wanting to really get into their own intuition. A lot of you Leos are actors, or you're out there on the stage anyway. So how do you use your intuition? Are you third eye clairvoyant? Do you hear? Do you feel? A lot of people are empathic, and when they go into a room or they're talking with someone and they feel like, I don't know if that feels well, that's more or less your body as a barometer telling you. And so either, it feels good or it doesn't. So listen to your body. And, it's interesting, too, with these tarot cards. These are wonderful. I love these cards, by the way. These are John Holland's Psychic Tarot deck. Have gorgeous artwork, numerology, and all of the minor arcana cards as well as major. So really, tarot cards are here to stimulate our intuition. And so what I do when I'm looking at the cards is I look at them straight on as well as intuitively what comes up for me for you. Okay, so we're going to do a 4-card spread this month for you, and I'm shuffling the cards, and I empathically feel which ones, which are a couple, that feel either they stick to the hand, or they just feel like they want to come out, or they just come out. That happens often. They talk to you, like I said. Okay, so, and then 4. All right, there you go. All right, Leo, so this is your astrology tarot forecast, and the first card that came up was it's a major arcana card. And this is the number 18. And in traditional tarot, this is the same as the devil card. Well, the temptation card, it's the same as the devil card. Okay. So that's an interesting card to come up first off for you guys for the first of the month. And major arcana cards really are themes that are playing out in our life, or the universal messages to us. And so look at this card. I feel like he's just sort of throwing caution to the wind. Like, that's okay, So it's feeling like, to me, any of you that have possibly been drinking alcohol, too much alcohol, eating too much, smoking, drugs, any of that can come into play here. And it feels like last month that something started for some of you. This is a general reading, of course, that really has prompted you to, I don't feel like this is going to be a huge issue for a lot of you if you keep it in, keep it on the straight and narrow more. But I do feel like that you need to watch what you're doing this month as far as what you're intaking. This is a message that's coming out. And I'm noticing in the card, look at where he has his hand. Excuse me, it's on his stomach area, which is the solar plex area. And that's the power chakra, I call it. I can do, I'm strength. And so he's sort of holding in his power with his left hand, but he's throwing his right hand. So caution to the wind. So it feels like you guys watch it. If you have been entangled with anybody in arguments and you've been irritated, agitated, I feel like somebody at work, or you work with, or you have a business and you have employees, or you are an employee, but I'm feeling like more of the supervisor employee part, that maybe you have some issues with some people. And so, I'm seeing a bottle of wine sitting around, and it's okay, of course, always to have, to relax, but this feels like too much. Obviously, it's the temptation card. The other thing I'm noticing on this card, when I look at it intuitively, I look at straight on it intuitively, are the black sort of straps around his shoulders. And for me, that feels like there's a negative, it's a negative force, and you feel like you're being held back. And so this also feels like with relationships, if you feel like you are being held back, or you need to speak your piece, or you need to get things settled, then to do that, other than, and you guys are pretty good at communicating, fire sign, you're pretty good at communicating anyway. Like I said, a lot of you are on the stage. But it feels like on a very personal level. And as I say that, I'm seeing, to communicate, as I say that, I'm seeing the color light blue. And that is the third chakra, or excuse me, the fifth chakra, throat area is the color of that. Plus, when I see baby blue, it feels like a mothering, nurturing kind of effect. So it feels like that if you all communicate, that there will be some healing out of this, and not to just argue or just give up on things, or not that you'll give up, but kind of come close to it. To watch your intake on the excesses of life. I am seeing a man, and I'm interestingly enough, he may be the owner of the company or supervisor or something like that, that's feeling very hard to get in touch with, hard to relate to. You're having difficulties relating to this person, or they're not making your life easier or easy. So again, own your power. What he's doing with this hand, kind of keep yourself in check. All right? That's what it feels like to me for this card. And this is the number 1 and 5 is 6. I'm a numerologist. So that is about community. That is about your workplace. That is about responsibility. Okay, there you go. All right, so the next card to come up is another major arcana card. Oh, interesting. So this is the number 18, right after the number 18, and this is the disruption card. Okay, you guys. Well, you're having some messages this month. What can I say? Some themes playing out. This is, like I said, the same as the Tower card. It's the same as the Tower card in traditional tarot. And so this could very easily plays along with this. You have some feelings of disruption, or some people are being disruptive, and that it's in a group you're in, or I'm feeling several people. Within several people, maybe there's a husband and wife, and there's a third person that has come in and has disrupted your marriage or disrupted a friendship, but there is some disruption. It could be also with a child, because I'm seeing the pushing and pulling of children, of, maybe your spouse wants the child and maybe you want the child, but I'm feeling just some disruption. Okay, so when I look at this card, I see he has his hands over his chest area, his arms. So he's going like that. Very protective. Very, very, very protective. Almost close to the vest. So, okay. So I almost want to take a deep breath on that, because it feels like just kind of loosen up on your mental thoughts about these things. These things can work out for you. There is some green healing down here. So this can be a life experience, or life experiences that actually help you to heal, and challenges help us grow more. Don't you love it? Challenges and hardships enable us, if we will, to look at them and say, okay, once you get past them, this has opened up the door for more opportunities to communicate with other people. And we communicate, we're humans, we express. So that's important, is to kind of open your heart space and let things kind of drop to the ground. When I'm talking to people, I say, I mentor a lot of people, and I'm just saying, don't worry so much. Let it go. Let it drop to the ground. Ground, and get out of your headspace, and that will help feelings of disruption. And you'll feel more secure and happy. That's that first chakra, materially happy, secure, that. Also, when I'm looking at this card, I'm seeing the yellow boxes. You can see how the boxes are kind of disjointed. But there is yellow around the first three and on the top right here. So there is promise of, if you let things go, then you make room for more to come in and build your life again, or build your life better. Because some of you, and you know, have needed to make changes or to let some things go that have been really bugging you. I'm hearing bugging and annoying you. So that's about keeping the peace within and without, and letting that go. The 1 and the 6 together equal a 7. And 7 in numerology, I'm a numerologist as well, is very much about analyzing. It's a very intuitive number, but it is about analyzing. So maybe you've been thinking about a certain situation way too much, and you're really ready to just, it's time. It's time. There could be a couple situations, but one in particular, and it feels like with relationships, is just to let it go, because some of you are consuming substances that aren't in your best interest. Okay, so not preaching, just saying that's what's coming up. All right, so your third card out of this 4-card spread for Leo is the second chakra. This is the sacral chakra. Oh, this feels good after those last 2 cards, I have to tell you. This is the 2 in numerology, is about cooperation, peace, balance. It's the second chakra is where our feminine intuition. So remember how I was saying about getting out of the head space and really grounding? That's important so that the intuition can come up. The intuition, and we're not just in the left brain thinking, so that we can right brain expansive. The right brain has 2 more megabytes, I call it. If you're looking at a computer, the brain is a computer, it has 2 more megabytes. So this is about really letting yourself quiet down, letting yourself just what it is kind of thing, and tuning into that feminine intuition. Even if you're a man, we all have it. Like I said earlier, we're all intuitive, we're all psychic. That's why I'm calling this December psychic month. So I feel like that would be very, 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 very beneficial for you guys to do. And it feels like by the 3rd week in December, the second half of December, the beginning of the 3rd week in December, you will be doing that. And when I look at this card, it's very beautiful. It's orange, and it's about creativity, because that going into your intuition and allows us to be more creative in solutions, in creative projects we're doing, being creative. So it's a very important, as all chakras are. Balancing our chakras are very important. That keeps the chi flowing. That keeps us feeling balanced. And when I look at this card, to me, this feels like a flower. When I look at the mandala, it looks just like a beautiful flower opening up, and you will do that once you let some things go and don't be so annoyed. Let's see, what else do I see? Because there is a lot of white around here, so there's a lot of promise, a lot of hope for you to achieve those things that you want to achieve. There's a lot of promise, and I'm hearing rich, R-I-C-H, rich. So as riches to come if you do that. So that's very much a accolades for you. After you do that, while letting go, you can create what it is you want to create. Okay? Well, and then this 4th card is very, very cool. I'm happy to see this as your 4th card, Leo. This is, and it really kind of feels like it is in line. Okay, so this is a spirit card, and spirit cards have to do with our inspiration, our aspirations, our spiritual force, and how we feel on the inside spiritually. This is the number 6 of 9, and as you can see, it's victory and success. He is blowing his horn up to the sky, up to the heavens. He is blowing his horn so much that the clouds are parting, there's dark below, and the sunlight is coming through. So that very much feels like that, you guys do some of these things we talked about, and you're going to feel spiritually victory and success. When I look at this card, I get very excited because I love the red draping, the red flag over the horn. It feels very much like movement. It feels like there's a lot of movement. And he has his right foot in front, stepping out on the cliff. So that feels to me, and it's up. The foot is up. It's not down. So it's almost like feeling like dancing on the inside spiritually when you communicate with others and when you let go of all those things that are bothering you, that there's a lot of success there. A lot of success. And what also gets my attention is the yellow between the darker clouds. There's a little bit of gray here, but then it's all yellow. So it feels like as you do this month, that number and so forth and so on are going to be affected by this good work that you're doing. So I'm very happy for you, Leo. This is an awesome card for you guys to get. Like I said, number 6 has to do with community, family, business, work, responsibility to yourself. When I see life paths of number 6, that tells me that that's a person who needs to take care of themselves as much as they do others, because 6 loves to take care of other people. But this is about your blowing the horns, not in a boisterous way, but to the heavens. Okay, Leo, that, while it started off interesting and very interesting with temptation, disruption, your feminine and your sacral chakra, and your victory and success. I love that this is ending with victory and success. So I want to thank you for tuning into the channel. I want to thank you for subscribing, liking, and sharing. And if you haven't subscribed, I encourage you to do so. And anyone who would like a personal reading from me, the link is below. It's www.themagicalmatrix.com, and you can look on the order tab and order a personal private reading from me specifically for you. We'll go into much more detail. I want to thank you so much, Leo, for joining me this month, and I hope you have a wonderful, magnificent, calm, glorious, peaceful month. I'll talk to you next month.